Welcome to Movie Life Crisis. Join us as we watch the best movies from 30 years ago.
Oh, I'm sorry. Did I break your concentration?
Miramax Films asks the question, what do two hitmen, one girlfriend, a boxer, and a secret suitcase have in common?
That's a good question.
The answer, they're all part of the most electrifying film of the year. John Travolta, Samuel L. Jackson, Uma Thurman, Harvey Keitel, and Bruce Willis. You won't know the facts until you see the fiction. Pulp Fiction, rated R, starts October 14th everywhere.
Movie Life Crisis, Season 4, Episode 2. I can't believe they got 30 seconds without a single F word for that trailer.
Yeah, they only used the F word 265 times, though. So I'm sure it was difficult.
Yeah, dude, and the movie is 154 minutes long, so that means there's about one F word every 45 seconds. So really, you can just barely squeeze out.
You could barely fit it in there. Although Sam Jackson kind of layers his like a nice lasagna all at one time. So he knocks a couple of them out in a couple of seconds, which is hard for me for the quotes. Because, you know, we try not to go too filthy.
Yeah, we edit the F words out here. We try to keep it PG-13 on the main feed. Patreon's fast and loose, but main feed
fast and loose.
Yeah, man. It's hard. I love that Samuel, like, on top of being in Star Wars and in freaking Marvel, like, he's most known for being really awesome at saying the F word.
Yeah. He's got a children's go to sleep book. That's that's based specifically on that.
Dude, Pulp Fiction. I can't believe that I didn't watch this movie more back in the day.
That's exactly what I was going to say. I cannot believe.
I think what happened is like it was super trendy by like the alternative crowd, and that was not really my vibe. So, and I also am not the person like when everyone's like, dude, you got to read Harry Potter. I'm like, I don't give a shit about Harry Potter, stupid wizard books. And like 15 years later, I'm like, Harry Potter's amazing. Who still wants to talk about this? Like, I just don't like to jump on a trend. And so I think I just missed Pulp Fiction because
I want to talk about the movie Heat. That's old. We're not talking about that. But I saw it.
until next year on the podcast, we talk about Michael Mann's Heat.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. So I missed a lot of the I like Tarantino's stuff now, but back when it was first coming out and everyone was super into it, I just missed it.
I for reals don't know why. This is like right up my alley, so I don't know why this is not a movie I watched more either.
Well, it's same for like when we finished this, I was thinking, I was like, dude, I wish we would have done Reservoir Dogs in '92 because it's a lot of this, like they tie in together and stuff. I'm like, we didn't get to it in time. It was the same as like, I know that's good. I just don't remember it that well. Like I didn't watch it a million times. And now I'm like, shit, I'm gonna have to go rewatch Reservoir Dogs like on my own because
early Tarantino, I was in the dark. I missed it.
Yeah. Like again, I don't get how I missed the boat so big on this one. Like I knew I watched it at some point, probably in my 20s. And I was like, yeah, it's good. I like it. And why didn't I own this movie? Why didn't I watch it a bunch of times? I don't know.
But that's my question though. Like why, like you look at even the cover, like the list of people, it's like John Travolta, Sam Jackson, Uma Thurman, Harvey Keitel, Tim Roth, like Ving Rhames, Eric Stoltz, like Christopher Walken, Bruce Willis. Like I know all of those people. Did I not know all of those people then? Like why didn't I jump on the train when I was supposed to?
I don't know. I don't know the
silly
answer to that because when I was watching movies a lot, when I was like single and like just had 5,000 DVDs around, I feel like I would have watched this one a lot and I just didn't.
Yeah. I would have quoted it more, I feel too.
I had a hard time with the quotes because there's only monologues. There's not really like quotes.
Right.
So that section is actually a little sparse for me. Real quick, we were talking about last week, we were talking about the 550 bin. You're like, they don't still have a 550 bin, do they? It's like, oh yeah, they definitely have a 550 bin.
Yeah,
like, but it's not still 550. I was like, I don't know. I think it is. Dude, I went to Walmart and verified that the 550 bin is now 750. So,
man. And I'm sure
inflation,
it's just the same.
Inflation is a bitch.
The same subpar movies.
Dude, it's just a huge bin, just stacked to the brim with DVDs that you've never heard of. Some of them you have.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. And I had to go into a Walmart, so now I have MRSA.
Thanks a lot, Biden.
Give us the Pulp Fiction synopsis.
This one says the lives of two mob hitmen, a boxer, and a gangster, and his wife, and a pair of diner bandits. Seems like a lot of ands. Intertwined in four tales of violence and redemption.
Yeah, man. AI loves a compound, complex sentence, clearly, because this is not really an easy movie to describe because it does have four distinct like plot threads that all kind of are interwoven, and it's told non-chronologically. I do too.
That's
I can easily see it. It's like,
around.
hey, I gotta explain Pulp Fiction to people. It's like, well, there's a bunch of people who kind of overlap and kind of don't, and all the stories are told out of order, and it's awesome. And there's a lot of blood and there's a lot of F words.
Yeah, tons of all the stuff.
I feel like everyone would be like, what? Why is that good? It's like, well, it just is. Just trust me.
So I have some ideas on why I think it resonates with me, but we'll talk about it.
All right. $8.5 million budget, $5 million of which went to the actors' salaries, and $213 million gross. So
it's pretty good.
That's a lot. It's like a 25x multiplier. When if you do 2x, you feel pretty good.
And they were talking about how a lot of people weren't taking that much money, but Bruce Willis was still a box office draw.
A lot of people took salary cuts to do the movie. Even Bruce Willis, who was a big box office draw, took a pay cut because he was getting like $15 million a picture and did this one for like $2.
Right.
But it was like a strategic choice because his movies hadn't done that well, really, like since the Die Hard stuff.
Yeah.
And dude, this movie, everybody associated with it was like, they were doing all right, or like they were just starting, or like they'd fallen off a little bit, and then their career went ba-boom, and like took off like a rocket ship.
Wait, how did their career go?
Ba-boom. I was trying to make a good explosion sound without peaking the mic because I have to edit this podcast later. And I don't like to put in sound effects if we can make them ourselves.
That's right. I remember the horsey.
Yeah.
Oh God, does Wolf do that yet?
No, he just says nay. I'm like, dude, you're doing it wrong. Don't say the word nay. Make the sound. Yeah, when you have a toddler, you get to really work on your sound effects. I'm like,
oh, tell me about it.
And you're freaking Mel Blanc over here.
Wait till you start doing the voices. That's when you really.
I know.
That's when you're.
Wait, what's the guy in Police Academy? Michael Winslow.
Yeah, Michael Winslow.
That's the freaking sound effect guy. He's amazing. We should get him on the podcast. This is the number 10th movie of the year by box office. Gets nominated for 7 Oscars. It's freaking huge, dude. And it's the third biggest R-rated release of 94. 94, big year for R-rated movies. True Lies is number 1 R-rated, and Speed, and then Pulp Fiction. But
this is R-rated in a way that those other two aren't R-rated, though.
Well, that's true. But also R-rated movies almost never cracked $100 million back in the day. It was like Beverly Hills Cop was the only one that never did.
Yeah.
And dude, all 3 of these movies were freaking huge. I don't understand because we haven't done it yet I don't know why Speed was R-rated.
I don't know how a lot of things get rated what they're rated. And we always talk about going and doing something on the MPAA, but those guys suck.
Put that on our to-do list.
Yeah. Get Mike Jones on that.
When this is our full-time job, we can go into bonus MPAA, and here's how they rate movies and why it's nonsense.
Right. But it's just the people that do it felt like it was R at the time.
Dude, this one's definitely R-rated. This one's like, I was like, man, for the most part, like, if there's a nipple around, like, I don't really care that much. But like this one, like, my kid's definitely not seeing this for a long-ass time.
Right.
Like,
back it up a sketch. Right.
It's freaking heroin and like gunshots and F words. Like, this is going to be a long, long time.
Yeah.
Anyway, awards.
So it wins 23 awards, gets nominated for 51 different awards. Academy Awards, it wins Best Screenplay, Quentin Tarantino and Roger Avery.
Yeah, Roger Avery.
Best Original Screenplay at the British Academy Awards. Golden Globes, it wins Best Screenplay and a whole bunch of like Best Movie, Best Dance Sequence and stuff like that at the MTV Movie Awards. Best Duo and stuff like that. It
also won the Palme d'Or at the Cannes Film Festival, which is the highest award at Cannes, which is before the actual wider release. So this thing like kind of launched at Cannes, where it won the best in show. And dude, there isn't an awards show or an award thing that doesn't have this film nominated for at least something. Best movie song, like best. Yeah, it's on a million list of like best movie ever.
Right.
Sequels and spinoffs, dude. I don't know. Like Tarantino kind of interconnects all of his movies, but they're not direct sequels or direct spinoffs. So you can.
He wanted to do a sequel to this one. Yeah, he wanted to do one, but it just didn't work out.
Well, yeah. Are you talking about the movie with the Vegas?
Well, that was supposed to be a prequel, but they were just too old for that. Yeah, with Vic Vega and Vincent Vega. Michael Madsen.
Yeah, John Travolta.
Yeah.
Which that would have been cool.
Yeah. I was reading about how he wanted to do a number 2, but he couldn't get around to writing it, and like, they just couldn't. It couldn't work out, so it just didn't happen.
Do you remember when and where you first saw this?
All right, dude. So, do you remember Kyle's apartment that he had above Kieran when it was downtown by the Columbia Theater?
Yes.
Like when he worked at I-55 Internet.
Yeah.
He was watching Kill Bill like a lot at this one point.
Right.
And we started talking about like Tarantino, and I remember us talking about Pulp Fiction, and I remember watching part of it there. I don't think I've seen the whole thing on my own. Even like when I have this DVD, I went and checked. I don't think I ever watched it all the way through. Like I can remember watching part of this I must have watched it all the way through, but dude, some of this stuff seemed new. Like I had never seen it.
I'm pretty sure this is the first time when I prepped this podcast that I sat down and watched this movie entirely all the way through.
Yeah. That's what
like
I'm
I
saying.
remember seeing parts of it. I don't know if it's like I saw clips or if I saw like pop culture satire of it or like the Simpsons like send ups or like I saw part of it at someone's apartment or at a party. But like I'm pretty sure this is the first time I watched it all the way through.
All the way through. Yeah, I'm telling you, it's got to be me too. Because some of the stuff was just like them dancing at the restaurant thing. Yeah. Like I've seen that, and like I've seen spoofs of it 1,000 times. On like Saturday
dude, and
Night
like
Live
them in the car, and also like
Right.
when John Travolta is Vincent Vegas, like wandering around all high and confused, like you see that as a meme all the time.
Right. That's what I'm saying. Like I think I've seen most of it, but man, some of it, dude, I don't know. It was just so. I was like taken aback on how good it was.
I don't know if it was like, because when I was a teenager, I don't do this anymore really because I don't have time for it. But when I was a teenager, I remember I felt like you had to like pick. I'm like, oh, you guys, do you watch Star Trek? I was like, nah, Star Trek. I watch Star Wars. I was like, you can watch both. You're allowed.
Yeah.
But I just felt like I had to pick one. I don't know why.
Pick one. Yeah.
So I don't think it wasn't like I picked something else over Tarantino. I just didn't watch it. I don't know what. Same thing with James Bond. I was like, nah, I don't like that. I want Schwarzenegger. Like I don't like when he's got a British accent. Like why? It doesn't matter.
Yeah. That's definitely a thing.
Yeah.
And dude, and I don't think I was like a sheltered kid where I was like not allowed to watch Tarantino at this point. Like
I'm sure I was allowed. If I'd want, I mean, maybe not when I was 14 when it came out, but like a couple years later, I definitely could have if I'd wanted to.
Right. That's what I'm saying. So I just think I made the choice not to, which is weird. Now watching it, that I was so stupid.
Yeah. All right. So it's pretty new to both of us, surprisingly.
Yeah. Yeah.
So where do you rate it?
Oh man, I went back and forth on this one. I wanted to give it like, I was like, oh, I think it's like in the 8s. But then as I started writing my notes, dude, I bumped it up. I gave it a 9.5. It was way better. Dude, there's violence. There's like clever everyday writing that sounds like stuff I would talk about, minus like the killing stuff. Like, and I like how it's like each part of it was like a story that I've seen in other places. Like, oh, the gangster has to take out the boss's wife and he can't touch her, or like the bookie that talks to the man that's the boxer and he's got to take a fall in a certain thing, but he does the wrong thing and then the bookie has to come after him, or like the drug overdose where you have to stab somebody in the heart with a big needle full of adrenaline. Stories that you've seen before. So I gave it a 9.5, dude. I really liked it. I
actually think there's a good argument to be made that seeing this, having already been aware of Tarantino's later work, kind of makes it even better because I like Tarantino stuff, dude. I really like Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. I like Kill Bill. Yeah. I like Inglourious Bastards. I like freaking Django. I like all that stuff.
Yeah.
And going back to see this stuff, having been familiar with that stuff, I think actually makes me appreciate. I'm like, dude, I recognize that as like a Tarantino thing, but now I really like how good it was for even early on.
Like he was doing this stuff a long time ago, and we just missed out on it.
And I got 9 out of 10 Jimmy Dogs.
Yeah, dude, it was so good.
It's really good, man.
I feel weird, though. Don't you feel weird giving it a 9 Not like selling out. That's not the right word. But I feel like, oh, yeah, everybody like has been saying how good this was. I'm a dope for not knowing it.
Yeah, I don't feel bad for thinking that it's good when everyone else thinks it's good. I feel like I missed a lot of years where I could have watched this.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I feel like such a dope. But
man, I like you're saying, dude, I like that. Like even the Samuel L. and John Travolta, like they're having these long conversations about whether a foot massage is cheating. And it's like they're hitmen and they're going to like rough up a guy who took a thing from their boss. Like that should be the important part of that sequence, but it isn't. The important part is them having these like random conversations about He's like, and Samuel L. Jackson's like, foot massage isn't cheating. He's like, I give a foot massage to my mom. He's like, would you give me a foot massage? You ever give one to a guy? He's like, you. It's like, all right, then. You know that a foot massage is not like a cool thing to do to someone else's wife. Like it's
right.
Like that conversation is awesome. Like,
doesn't that sound like a regular conversation? Yeah, that's like everyday writing. That's what I like about Tarantino stuff.
Yeah, but anyway, like the soundtrack is freaking fantastic. The cast is exceptional. Like Tarantino is always great at dialogue, but this one in particular is amazing. Yeah, but dude, like the production design and the freaking costumes and the cars and like everything is so good.
Dude, did you see the thing about the car that John Travolta was driving? That was actually Tarantino's car. Yeah, and it got stolen during production.
Yeah, and like disappeared for like 20 years.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I can totally see why this thing was nominated for 7 Oscars and made $200 million on an $8 million budget. It's
agreed.
It's freaking delightful. Let's do scenes. What's your first scene?
My first scene is Captain Coons with
Christopher Walken.
Where he tells the story about the watch.
Yeah, he was in a freaking Vietnamese prison camp with the guys with the kid's dad,
and he
stored the watch up his butt for 5 years. Good Lord.
And he was doing, and being from the South, I picked up on it really easily. But I'm sure other people would pick up on it even more easily, that how he was like racist, but he wasn't like overtly racist. He was just like, and he'd be damned if any of them slopes put their greasy yellow hands on my boy's birthright. And I was like, holy shit, he just like went right over that.
Yeah, dude, the political incorrectness section later on in the podcast, I've got a lot of stuff there that I can't say personally, but I'm like, all of the slurs that you could think of directed towards an ethnic or a racial group or sexual orientation, they're all in this movie.
All of them in there. So yeah, he tells little Bruce Willis that his grandpa had to hide the watch in his ass during World War I, and then his dad had to hide it in his ass during World War II. No, during what was it?
Vietnam.
And then how he died of dysentery, and then he had to hide this uncomfortable piece of metal up his ass for 2 years. Then after 7 years, like, dude, I loved it.
Yeah, that's the kind of thing where, like, that's a standalone scene. Like, the kid is young. We never see Christopher Walken again, although there's fan theories that he's related to the guy in Django, the slave owner.
What? Oh, that would be great.
Because they say they're like, that was potentially his grandfather.
Nice.
And it's just a flashback, but you don't even know you don't even know which character they're flashing back to until like late in the movie.
Right, until Bruce Willis like wakes up. Right.
It's one of those things like Memento where you're like, what the hell is this even? Why were you even watching this? And like 25 minutes later you go, oh, okay, right, I remember that.
That's why. Right.
I know how this ends. I remember the song was the thing that's
Mel Gibson's in this, right on.
That's a good one.
That's my first one. What's your first one?
My first one is Vincent and Mia having dinner at the diner. John Travolta and Uma Thurman. Dude, the boss tells Vincent to take his wife out, and they've already had a story about how someone gave his wife a foot massage and they threw him off a balcony. Yeah. And everyone's like, "Are you gonna take his wife out?" The wife is like, "Dude, I'm gonna pick her up. I'm gonna eat a steak. I'm gonna laugh at her jokes. I'm gonna take her home." They're like, "Okay,
sure, you're right."
And yeah, like, dude, it's just like that set, the freaking 50s diner. Like, that was the most expensive set piece in the movie. It cost $150,000 to build out that 50s style diner. It was massive.
I could see that.
And everything in there was awesome. Freaking Steve Buscemi is the waiter, but he's so low key you don't even know it's Steve Buscemi because he's pretending to be Buddy Holly.
Right. He's got the Buddy Holly glasses on.
Like, and there's great dialogue, and they're just having this like fantastic conversation. Like, he's like, John Travolta's like mad that she's ordering a $5 milkshake. He's like, milkshake? It's just milk and ice cream, right? It's like, why is it $5? Why is it $5?
Dude, so by the way, $5 doesn't seem like that much for a milkshake, but I guess in 94 it probably was.
Dude, in 94 I'm sure it was a whole lot, but now it seems like I would take that deal.
Yeah. So I went and looked just because I just saw a commercial for Arby's milkshake while I was watching football later that night. It's $3.59 for a tiny little small milkshake. So $5 is not bad at all. Yeah. Did you hear Buscemi ask him if Martin and Lewis are Amos and Andy? Dude, I love that. I picked up on it right away. That's,
Dean Martin, right. Jerry Lewis, or Amos and Andy, the TV show. Like, that's freaking great.
That's awesome.
And the whole they're having a conversation because they don't know each other. So like they're like talking about uncomfortable silences and can I ask you something? And like, I don't want to tell you that story, but now I feel uncomfortable. And now you're making me build it up. And now I really don't want to tell you because it has to be even better.
Right.
Like, dude, all the dialogue, it's like, that's exactly the type of conversation you have with somebody that you don't know that well, but like there's a bunch of weird tension. And you're like,
but you're supposed to like still keep it going. Right. Yes.
But I loved the dialogue and I think the setting was freaking fantastic. And then it ends with them doing the like twist competition, which is just kind of surreal.
Yeah.
Not winning.
What? They had the trophy.
They stole a trophy.
Oh, did they?
Why later on in the movie, because later on in the movie, when Bruce Willis is going back to his apartment, you can hear on the radio there's a police report of someone stole a trophy from the restaurant.
Oh, damn! I didn't even hear that. That's great.
I know, it's just ridiculous.
Oh man, that's so awesome. I didn't even hear it. Hear it.
What's your next scene?
All right, my next scene is towards the end. This is the one where Sam Jackson, Jules, this is his like main his part of the movie, I guess. And he's sitting there eating, and he's decided to give it up. He's like decided to retire.
He's had an apostrophe.
Yeah, he's had an apostrophe. He's felt it. And Pumpkin and Honey Bunny are from the beginning of the movie are in the diner. Vincent, John Travolta, is off dropping a deuce. And the Honey Bunny and Pumpkin start robbing the diner. And Sam Jackson is playing it ultra cool. He's got the gun under the table. He's got his hand like on the briefcase that he's supposed to turn into Ving Rhames. He does the whole thing where he's like, has him sitting across from him. He's holding the gun on him. And he's like, I'm not giving you that money. I'm buying something from you. You want to know what I'm buying? And he's talking about, I'm giving you this money so I don't have to kill you. And then he goes into the whole Bible verse. And then at the end, he's like, I never gave much thought to what it meant. I just thought it was some cold-blooded thing to say to somebody before I popped a cap in his ass. Like that whole thing where he had his apostrophe and realized his epiphany, and he realized that like he doesn't want to do this anymore, and he doesn't even know why he's doing it. And he's talking about how hard he's trying to be the shepherd. I freaking really liked it, and I thought that how he came full circle was awesome.
Yeah, dude, the Ezekiel 25:17, that was. Man, Samuel L. Jackson is just the coolest, and he's super cool. Even though I can tell his freaking Jerry curl is not real at all.
Yeah, you can.
His freaking sideburns and his like Fu Manchu mustache was wicked cool.
Dude, his did you know that was supposed to be an afro?
No,
it was supposed to be an afro, and the person who ordered the wrong thing and got a Jerry curl. But and Quentin Tarantino was upset about it, but he was convinced by Sam Jackson that it's all right. It's going to be all right. It's cool. I like it. And that's why
I like it. Sam Jackson was like, dude, I'm so cool. It doesn't even matter what the wig looks like. Just pop that bitch on there and then watch me deliver.
Throw it on
lines.
there, spray it down with some Afro Sheen.
Yeah.
And
Afro Sheen blowout kit.
I bought 4 of them, Jack. How'd you know my name was Jack? So that's mine. What's your next one?
Yeah, man, that was fantastic. I like that he's gonna get out of life. He's got the wallet that says bad mother.
Yeah.
And dude, again, that's the very tail end of the movie, and the movie opens with whatever his name and Honey Bunny like talking about robbing the diner, and you don't see him for the entire movie. 2 hours have gone by,
right?
And you've forgotten that opening, like that cold open before the credits even hit, before the title card hits. You come back to the diner and they start robbing the place. You're like, oh, dude, we were here before. This is so awesome. Good. I love this.
So good.
I love when there's a nonlinear story and you circle back around, and the thing that you already forgot about. Like from the very beginning, it's like, bam, you come right back to it.
And then it makes you feel like you know something that you're not supposed to. You're like, oh, snap, I remember this. And I know what's about to go down. It's great.
That was my third scene.
Nice.
Yeah, just because it's actually, it was really easy to pick scenes because all the scenes took like 25 minutes. It was really hard to pick quotes because all the quotes took like 25 minutes.
Yeah, they were all monologues. So wait, what's in the briefcase, by the way, that he won't give up?
We don't know. I got a section of my notes called fan theories, but the briefcase is pure MacGuffin. Like it's just an empty plot device to drive the story. And Tarantino never has said. He
talks
just like,
about
it doesn't matter. Like you figure it out.
Oh, great.
I know. It's awesome.
That's great.
So that was my third scene. My second scene is the pawn shop scene when like, dude, Bruce Willis runs over freaking Ving Rhames and they're like chasing each other down the street. They're all bloody. They go into this pawn shop and then this freaking buckwheat countrified dudes like takes him down to the basement and starts sodomizing him.
Yeah.
And it was so weird and so crazy, but I also really liked it.
Dude, broken nose with a ball gag? How is that? Can you breathe through your nose if it's broken? I thought that was a thing.
I don't know. I'm sure it would be difficult to breathe. I mean, you can. I broke my nose in a car accident. I don't remember. I'm sure I probably was able to because I slept at night, but I'm sure it's probably not easy either.
Yeah.
I bet if it was broken really bad, you probably couldn't
breathe through it. That's the whole time I was thinking, because he says when he gets back there too, I think I broke my nose, but he's got the ball gag in. I was like, man, brutal.
It's also just such a weird, like that was just such a weird turn. It's like they just duck into this store, and instead of it just being the guy like, I'm calling the police, you guys are all bloody and you're trying to shoot each other. It's like, no, I'm going to take you down to the basement, and then we're going to get the GIMP, and then we're going to get a guy with a security guard uniform, and we're going to freaking gag you with the ball gag and then sodomize you. Yeah. It's just so weird.
Weird. But that's Tarantino-esque. Like if you ask me,
it totally is.
Like Kat's seen this movie, but this is not her thing. And she doesn't like a lot of Tarantino movies because of that kind of stuff. Could you leave that kind of stuff out and it still be a good movie?
I'm sure you could, but I think some of the weird stuff is like,
that's what I like.
You got to take some chances. And I think those are some chances. Like if that scene had ended differently and it wasn't the freaking, I would have been fine with it. But that was such a memorable sequence. I also was thinking when they came into the store, I don't know why, but it was just like, as soon as they walked in the door and the like little bell rang and I could see it was a pawn shop, I was like, take this object, but beware, it carries a terrible curse. Ooh, that's bad. But it comes with a free Frogurt. Ooh, that's good.
That's good.
The Frogurt is also cursed. That's bad. You get your choice of toppings. That's good. The toppings contain potassium benzoate. That's bad. That's bad. I don't know why, but when they came in, I was freaking thinking Treehouse of Horror, and it was cracking me up.
Is there nothing that we can't relate to The Simpsons? To be honest,
no. The Simpsons have always covered every scenario at this point.
All the bases.
Yeah, that's my 3. What's your third?
So my third one is they're cleaning. They've accidentally killed the guy in the back seat. The gun's gone off. That's why you don't ride with your finger on the trigger. They're cleaning their bloody hands at Tarantino's house, and they're washing up. And I don't know if it's because I have a wife who's also a nurse with do not touch towels.
Yeah.
But when he's drying his hands off and they're just nonchalantly going back and forth, and John Travolta dries his hands off and hands the towel to Sam Jackson, he's like, "Well, what'd you do to this towel?" He's like, "I'm drying my hands." "You're supposed to wash them first." "I washed them. You watched me wash them." He's like, "I watched you wet them." Dude, he had blood all over the thing. I freaking love that. He's like, "Use some soap." Well, of course he says the F word about 40 times. He's like, "Use some soap and make it not look like a damn maxi pad." Dude, I was giggling the whole time. I totally forgot about the do not touch towels and washing your hands first. If you go into, since Jake's 11, if you go into his bathroom, the do not touch towels don't have blood on them because he hasn't shot any friends yet, but they're covered in dirt. Not dirt, but like they're just like dingy because he's not really washing them well enough. So after seeing this scene, I made sure to go over that with him again.
That's just perfect, man, because they're like, I don't know, I'm always thinking like, it'd be fun to write a movie. Like some of this I could do, like the boxer that doesn't take a dive, like maybe I could write an interesting conversation here and there, but that like they're cleaning up after they accidentally shot someone they weren't trying to shoot, and they're at someone else's house and they're using the fancy towels, and one of them doesn't do a good enough job and gets the towel dirty. Like that's just freaking genius.
Yeah. Who even thinks of that? That's great. I don't even know how that pops in there.
And I like that they're still covered in like blood and brain matter, and Samuel L. Jackson is just like tearing John Travolta new, and he's like, he's like, "That's a terrible job washing your hands. What are you doing?" That just seems like a conversation.
Chunks of skull and friggin' stuff in his hair. It's great.
Yeah. We only had one scene in common. There's just so much to this movie, man.
There really is. What about quotes? You said you had trouble with quotes. Dude, my quotes are like smaller pieces of a bigger section.
Yeah, I couldn't think of any like quotes. because they were all such long speeches. I was like started writing down stuff a couple times. I was like, I can't even pause and rewind. This speech is so long. I'm gonna have to look up the script.
Yeah,
so I literally have nothing for quotes.
All right, so there's a part, and I don't know if it's the first time or everybody just quotes it from this one. You know, it's been 30 years, so that's probably a thing. But when Marcellus, he's like, this is Ving Rhames, which, by the way, that dude, he's so good.
Ving Rhames is great.
He makes me want to eat Arby's.
Yeah, dude, he got from this performance in this movie, he got cast in like Con Air and Green Mile and a bunch of stuff like that. Like,
and
everybody in this movie were like, those
he
people are
in Green Mile.
No, not Green Mile. What's the
Mission Impossible? Mission Impossible.
Right.
He wasn't. That wasn't him in Green Mile, was it? No, that's a different dude. Yeah, the different dude. Dude, remember he was in Entrapment with Sean Connery,
Catherine Zeta-Jones.
Remember he's looking through the telescope and watching her swim. He's like, what size do you think she is? I think she's probably a 6, but she would look damn fine if you put her in a 4. What a jerk. It's so great.
He's always wearing cold ass pork pie hats.
Yeah, he's freaking killing it.
Dude, he was in Dave. You think a V-neck would make my neck look big?
Oh man. And then he's like, look, here's a picture of you right here. Look right there. It would look great on you. All right, so Marcellus walks in. Butch or Bruce Willis has saved him from those guys sodomizing him in the basement. Yeah. And he's like, you okay? He's like, no, man, I'm pretty far from okay. There's a part where he's like telling what he's going to do to the guy. And he's like, I'm going to get medieval on your ass. I assume that's from this, yes? This is the only place that's...
I don't know. Is that original?
I hear it all the time. And that I don't think that's from anything else. And I freaking loved it. As soon as he said it, I was like, "Oh yeah!" I think it's the way he says it too. His delivery is great.
I think so. Where I mainly know that line from is from Amish Paradise from Weird Al, but I would not be surprised at all if Weird Al took that from this movie.
He definitely did. Dude, Amish Paradise is after this.
Yeah, it is. It's like 96.
Yeah. So I'm gonna get medieval on your ass is my first one,
dude. If we can ever talk to Weird Al, we have to ask him that. Yeah, because he says I'm gonna get medieval on your hiney. That's got to be straight from Pulp Fiction.
Yeah,
it's exactly what Weird Al would do. He's the best.
And dude, you already said one of my other ones when he's like, "Go into the bag and find my wallet." Which one is it? It's the one that says "bad mother" on it. Because dude, and like again, I know that line was from this, but when he started playing Mace Windu. And he was like, yo, man, hand me that lightsaber out of that bag over there. Which one? The one that says bad mother. I freaking love that.
And then like Samuel L. actually gets cast in the remake of Shaft in a couple of years.
Guy kills it. Kills it too. Peoples Hernandez. All right. So the last one I have is also Jules. And they're in the car and they're doing the cleaning because Mr. Wolf has come and asked them to start cleaning the car and wiping it down and stuff. And he's like, and he's trying to like Vincent, John Travolta is trying to plead his case. He's like, didn't you ever hear the philosophy that one man admits he's wrong, that he's immediately forgiven for all wrongdoings? Have you ever heard of that? And he just loses his mind. And he's like, yeah, the dude that said that never had to pick out itty bitty pieces of skull on account of your dumb ass. Dude, his delivery, Sam Jackson's great, man.
Jules and Vincent, those two, their interactions were so great. Good.
Yeah.
God, their conversations and their arguments and the whole thing. Like, dude, I even knowing that it happened, I don't know that I would think like, what would make a great buddy cop movie? John Travolta and Samuel L. Jackson. They were fantastic.
Yeah, they really were. And how they had to dress up in Tarantino's clothes.
Yeah.
What are you going to a volleyball game?
Yeah, dude, they're wearing like Umbros and like a UC Santa Barbara t-shirt.
Umbros, Jesus Christ, that dusts off a classic. Oh man, I'm sure I have Umbros in a dresser at my mom's house that could vote.
And they're all shiny.
Oh God, I'm gonna go find those tonight.
Dude, I know Roger still got some Umbros kicking around. Hopefully he'll text me when he hears me confirm. He's still got some Umbros.
Oh man. So those are my 3 quotes. Again, just smaller parts of bigger monologues or whatever.
Let's do characters. This is I feel like it's pretty predictable, at least on my end. I was like, man, there's a lot of people that I liked, a lot of people I could talk about, but if I got to pick 3, I got John Travolta first, Vincent Vega.
I didn't put John Travolta on mine.
Okay, nice.
I liked it. I'm not saying he didn't do a great job, but I didn't put him on there.
Nice. I got Travolta. I thought he was awesome. He's friggin', this sparks the Travolta comeback. Like it's entirely because Michael Madsen was busy shooting Wyatt Earp and couldn't come back and reprise his role as Vic Vega. They just freaking write a new part for his brother Vincent Vega.
Right.
And like at this point, Travolta's fallen out of his A-list status and he's doing Look Who's Talking sequels, which are great, by the way. With Bruce Willis also, by the way.
Right.
But like that, there's a big gap from like when he was super famous and then like Look Who's Talking 2, Look Who's Talking Now, where it's the dog.
Right. I remember that.
But like then he lands this one and it freaking launches him back into stardom because then from 95 to 2001, he has a huge resurgence. He's doing like Phenomenon, Broken Arrow, Face Off, Get Shorty, Thin Red Line, Primary Colors, Swordfish. All that goes back to this performance. Dude, I love Broken Arrow. Can't wait to do that movie.
Yeah, I like.
I'm sure it's horrible now, but it was freaking so good.
Dude, Primary Colors. That's the one they filmed down here.
Yeah.
That's good stuff.
Yeah, man, he's got great hair. He's like dancing. He's wearing the suits with the really skinny black tie and
the Cusack.
I just really liked it. Yeah,
that's what I like the performance. That's what I call it because he always rocks it, dude. I agree, and I'm saying like I am glad that Michael Madsen couldn't do that because. Think about the movies we wouldn't have with John Travolta in them had he not had a resurgence.
I know. You know who's not glad about that? Michael Madsen.
Michael Madsen. Yeah. He's probably fine.
He was on record. He's like, yeah, I wish I could have done that differently. I mean, he's fine. He's doing fine. But
yeah, he's doing definitely fine.
There's sometimes, man, it's just happy accidents happen. Freaking serendipity, like Jeremy Piven and
serendipity
and John Travolta. It all comes back around.
Wait, he's not in that, is he? No, it's John Cusack. John Cusack. But
he's got the tie on though.
Serendipitousness.
Yeah.
The whole thing.
Who's your first character?
My first one is Samuel L. Jackson.
Yeah, he's my second.
He's working for Ving Rhames, Marcellus Wallace.
Yeah,
dude, I just think it's so great. The Jerry curl, even if it would have been an afro, it would have been fine. But the Jerry curl, dude, I loved it. The way he says dirty words makes me want to say dirty words.
He's fantastic, man. He did he auditioned and then Tarantino offered him the part and then someone else auditioned and did a really good job. And God, I'm trying to remember. I can't find the name right now. Tarantino wrote it for Larry Fishburne, but he turned it down.
Paul Calderon, is that who it was? That guy, the Puerto Rican guy. I think that's the guy you're talking about. I think I read an article where I was reading about how he was going to be.
It might be, but he did such a good job at the audition that Tarantino was like, shit, I almost offered him on the spot. And then Samuel L. Jackson was like, I'm flying out. I'm going to audition again. Like, I really want it. And he got it, and he's fantastic. But Tarantino wrote it for Lawrence Fishburne. Fishburne turned it down because they didn't think it was like a starring role. And then Lawrence Fishburne later goes on to say like he turned it down because he felt like the film glamorized heroin use, which he's entirely correct about. It totally did.
Boy, did it.
But yeah, man, Samuel L. Jackson is amazing. And he didn't like have a star. He's 45 in this movie. He didn't really like have a starring movie role until he's in his 40s, but he kind of feels like he feels inevitable to me now because he's been in so many movies for so long and he's always doing the exact same thing so well.
Dude, he's 45 in this?
Yeah. He's 45. Travolta's 39. And Uma Thurman's 23. So they're all over the place.
Yeah. Dude, this would have been a completely different movie with Lawrence Fishburne.
I love me some Larry Fishburne, but yeah, I'm not turning down Samuel L. for this. He's so good for it.
Yeah, he kills it. That's awesome. Who's your second?
Samuel L. is my second. Who's your second?
My second is Harvey Keitel as Winston Wolfe.
Yeah.
Dude, fast talking, fast driving, just straight to the point. I freaking love that dude. And he's really good at what he does. Dude, as soon as I saw him on the screen, I totally forgot that he was in this. Dude, I don't know. I freaking love him. And I thought he did a really good job.
Yeah, man, this cast is deep. Harvey Keitel is awesome. I like that he just comes in like the last act. He's the freaking cleaner who's like, I'm gonna help you get rid of the dead body and clean the car up. And he's telling Vincent and Jules what to do. And Vincent is such a dick. He's like, well, please would be nice.
Yeah. It's like, let's get straight, Buster. I'm not here to say please. Like he's just, And he's like, wow, this doesn't even look like the same car. Yeah, let's not start sucking each other's dicks just yet. Like, he's just so straightforward, and it was so fast. I just loved it.
Like, all of the interactions, like Vincent, I mean, they're all such well-formed characters. Jules is like, shut up. And Vincent's like, I'm just saying, I don't like when people come in and start barking orders at me. And Harvey Keitel's like, time is a factor. And then at the end of it, he's like, so please, go clean the fucking car.
Yeah. I like how he's like, he gets the call and he's like, well, that's 30 minutes away. I'll be there in 10. And then you see the car like, like flying around the corner from like the low shot. So great. So great. I put Winston Wolfe in there. Mr.
Nice,
Wolfe,
man. He's awesome. Yeah.
So
he was also in Reservoir Dogs, and
he was.
And Tarantino said that Harvey Keitel was his favorite actor since he was 16 years old. So
yeah, I could see that.
He's like all about that. My third character is Uma Thurman, Mia Wallace. She's playing Marcellus Wallace's wife. She was like kind of unknown prior to this. She'd just done a couple things, and this, like everyone else, like launches her to superstardom.
Of course, yeah.
She's so chill, she kind of doesn't even care, and like doesn't do another movie for a couple of years, and then she does freaking Batman and Robin.
Right.
And Gattaca, which is badass.
Dude, I hope we do that one. I love Gattaca.
We're definitely doing Gattaca. Gattaca's the jam.
Oh, freaking love that movie.
But yeah, she's 23. She's really good in this movie. And she's like playing she's got like the black wig and she's all like sallow and like on heroin the whole time. And I was kind of liked her.
Sometimes I think she's kind of hot and then like she can get it. And then sometimes I don't think it at all. And I don't know if it's because of the heroin and the coke or what. In this movie, she wasn't what I remember Uma Thurman looking like. How old is she now? She's probably in her 50s.
She's 53.
53. Oh, yeah. She's 23. Right. Yeah, dude, she's, I like her. What was the movie where she was like a superhero or something? No, not a superhero.
My Super Ex-Girlfriend?
Yeah. Yeah. That's Luke Wilson. Yeah. I thought she was hot in that.
Yeah, dude.
I totally remember Uma Thurman in this movie with the black hair, and that's like ingrained in there.
Yeah, it's a really like you could tell it's a wig because like obviously she's like a famously blonde actor, but still like dude, she's awesome. Yeah, I don't think like listing which movies you thought Uma Thurman was hot in is like a good use of our podcasting time.
No, sorry.
Like,
but dude,
as an award-winning actor, like maybe let's talk about her work.
I'm totally with you. I'm saying like that's
she told me that there's no podcast episode she thinks you're hot in. Yeah, dude, that's great. Sometimes you think actors are hot and sometimes you don't. But like in the meantime, she's done like 60 movies.
Even when I played Poison Ivy, she didn't think I was hot when I had red hair.
I think it was the outfit.
Oh, it was definitely
too much cleavage.
Dude, it was definitely the outfit.
No, I want to ask you, because I'm looking at her list of movies and it's some really good stuff and then a bunch of stuff I don't even remember. Do you think that Uma Thurman as an actor is overrated, underrated, or properly rated?
Is she like an top of the line A-list actress?
I don't know if she is. I mean, she was after Kill Bill 1 and 2, but I don't know if she is. Like, we're talking about 20 years since those came out.
Right. Like all of the stuff that I remember her in the Tarantino things. I gotta be honest. Like I feel like she's always the actress that does the movies that she wants to do, and she's not worried about whether or not they're going to be big movies or not.
Yeah, no, I think that's absolutely correct. Because like looking at it, it's like she clearly is doing a bunch of stuff that she just thought she would like. I mean, sure, she had better. Like after Pulp Fiction, she could have done a bunch of much bigger movies than she ended up doing.
Yeah.
Like the only movie she does in '95 is A Month by the Lake.
I don't know what that is. I don't.
That's what I'm saying. Like it's a romantic comedy with Vanessa Redgrave. Like no one ever even heard of that. Like she could have done anything she wanted in '95.
Yeah. I mean, I remember.
But I'm also looking at her filmography, and I think it's a lot of stuff that wasn't really up my alley. Like she did Les Miserables in '98. Great, I like Les Mis.
What about she was in? What was the movie she was in with? Janine Garofalo. Truth About Cats and Dogs. That was a romantic comedy, and I used to love that.
Yeah, '96.
I totally used to
like that one.
Yeah, I used to love that one. But it doesn't seem like she's trying to do Batman and Robin or movies like that. I feel like she's doing the stuff that she wants to do.
No, I think so. But I'm also looking through her filmography, and I'm like, if I take out the Tarantino stuff, the only thing I would know her from is Gattaca and Batman and Robin.
Did you remember Paycheck? That's a John Woo movie with Ben Affleck.
I remember
she was
Paycheck.
In that. She was the doctor in that. There's a
I
movie
remember
where
Paycheck, but I couldn't have before you said, "Do you remember Paycheck?" I could have never come up with that.
There's a movie where she dates a way younger dude. It's a romantic comedy. I can't remember what that's called either. It had Meryl Streep in it. Primer or something like that. Prime. Huh?
Yeah,
Prime.
2005.
Where was that? 2005. Hang on, let me get there.
Yeah, Meryl.
Yeah,
Streep.
that's the one. Yeah, that's the one.
But when I do see her and stuff, I always like her. But I think like you're saying, she just picks like whatever project she thinks is cool, and it's not like, is this going to make me a bunch of money or get me in front of a bunch of people? It's like, this seems like it would be fun. I like this.
Right.
So,
dude,
that.
she's still making movies though. Like, it's not like one every year, but pretty close. Like, look at her.
No, and she's got like she's got like modeling and freaking. She did commercials and she did Broadway stuff, and she's doing television. She's doing Netflix. Yeah. She's involved with like fashion and freaking politics, and like she's doing all kind of stuff. But yeah, man, I feel like she could have been a much bigger movie star if she would have wanted to be. But I guess she didn't, and that's kind of cool.
Yeah. What about who's her parents?
Is she a nepo baby? Robert Thurman. No, he was a Buddhist author. And then her mom was a model. No, her parents are regular people. I mean, if you can consider a Buddhist author regular people. He wasn't famous, is what I'm saying.
Oh, man.
She earned it. She pulled herself up by the bootstraps.
She pulled herself up from her very nice modeling bootstraps that her mom got her.
Dude, and then she married Gary Oldman and Ethan Hawke. So she's got some cool people that she was married to.
That's awesome.
Yeah, man. Who's your third?
My third one was Ving Rhames. We already talked about how awesome he is. He's just like when they and you already talked about how like it launched his career, but like when they were talking to the guy who helped produce this, he was like, Ving Rhames gave one of the best readings that I've ever seen. So that's just great. I freaking love Ving Rhames.
Yeah, and it said this performance let him being cast in stuff like Mission Impossible and Con Air and Out of Sight. Dude, I like in Mission Impossible specifically, but also in Entrapment, he's always wearing a freaking cold ass pork pie hat.
Yeah, it's great. And what about dude? We talked about when we did PCU. We talked about the movie where Jeremy Piven sells cars. He's the supporting actor in that movie, and he's got the hat on. Hard Sell or something like that. Dude, it's so good.
Bruce Willis also gets into pork pie hats later on as he loses all his hair, and he looks freaking cool in them too. I mean, I wonder if I need to pick up a pork pie hat. I think you can't I couldn't wear it with like a t-shirt and a hoodie like I normally wear though. I think that's a problem. Right. Like dress nice from the neck down, which I'm not into.
Yeah. I think also I can't have such a fat head. Mm-hmm. I think if it fills the hat all the way up,
it's like an orange and a toothpick.
I don't think that would work, but
yeah, dude, and the rest of the cast that we're not even going to get a chance to talk about, like freaking Tim Roth and Eric Stoltz. I didn't even know that was Eric Stoltz. McFly, Rosanna Arquette. Like, it's a
ton of people. Ton of people.
Like there's only like a dozen people in this movie, but every one of them was like, oh, dude, I know who that is.
Right.
And I like that Tarantino does the like Aaron Sorkin thing and just keeps working with the same people over and over again.
Yeah. Really, but that's also why all of his movies kind of feel like they're in the same universe.
Yeah, it definitely helps with that.
Yeah.
All right, dude. Let's do writer director bonus stuff. Tarantino is the writer and the director. So first thing, the Roger Avery has a story by credit. Roger Avery specifically wrote several scenes in this movie with he and Tarantino worked on True Romance together, and Tarantino took some of the stuff that got cut from True Romance and moved it into this movie, and then he got Roger Avery to agree to drop his writing credit and just take a story by credit because they wanted to say written and directed by Quentin Tarantino. But strictly speaking, Quentin Tarantino did not write all of this movie.
Right. The way I heard it too is like they were going to do it in parts, kind of like the movie ended up. And like,
yeah, they were.
Tarantino was going to do one part, Avery was going to do another part, and then some unnamed person was going to do a third part, and it never worked out.
Right, but I'm saying like even as they got towards the end of it, getting ready to release, he was going to have a writing credit, and then Tarantino was like, "Dude, can we just change it to a story credit, and then I can be written and directed by?" Because then like that helps with the like when they were going to festivals and stuff. That helps.
Right.
It's like I created this whole thing, but really that didn't. I mean, it's not a secret. Yeah. Tarantino never claimed that he wrote every word of this.
Right.
But I just want to say, like, written and directed by Quentin Tarantino is not strictly speaking how that went down.
Yeah. What do you think? There's a difference in like money if you story by.
I'm assuming that whatever the difference is, like they made that right.
Right. Hopefully.
Like if you want me to take a credit off of something and take a lesser credit, you got to make up the money at least.
Yeah,
I'm just guessing.
Yeah.
But anyway, man, Tarantino's been like one of those people, like one of the only people who writes and directs his own stuff for like 30 years. And this is the movie that kind of, I mean, Reservoir Dogs kind of starts it. True Romance kind of starts it. But this one really like he could do whatever after this.
Right.
He could do whatever.
Yeah. And he did Jackie Brown, Kill Bill 1 and 2, Inglourious Bastards, Django, Hateful Eight, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
Yeah, dude, it's all stuff that I liked. And he's always said that he's only going to do 10 movies. And I think he's only got one left.
Oh, man. 1, 2, 3.
So like
4,
that's
5,
one of the
6,
things.
7, 8. Holy hell, he does.
Yeah.
If Kill Bill
like
1
people
and 2
who are,
count as one.
People are super into Tarantino. Is like he's already said he's only doing 10 movies. He's got one. I don't know. I mean, what else is he going to do? Like I don't think he needs the money. I think he likes to do this. So we'll see.
Yeah. Did you see the other stuff Roger Avery did though? Like
he's done a bunch of stuff.
Well, he wrote a bunch of other things, but like I didn't like The Rules of Attraction, Silent Hill, Beowulf. Like I didn't recognize too many things as far as like him being a writer.
He did reunite with Quentin Tarantino in 2022 to launch a podcast called the Video Archives Podcast, where they watch old movies, kind of like what we're doing, except I'm guessing not as good. Why would you want to listen to Quentin Tarantino talk about old movies when you can listen to us two idiots?
Yeah,
everyone's clicking off of their apps right now to go look that podcast up. I didn't know there were real people doing this. I'm out of here. $5, get out of here.
You can listen to us talk about Quentin Tarantino talk about movies.
Yeah, what's not great about that?
That's great,
dude. Vincent in the bathroom. Tarantino said that Vincent, John Travolta's character, was always in the bathroom because heroin makes you constipated, and he did heroin early on in the movie.
Oh,
dude!
Nice.
And every time he's in the bathroom, something terrible happens. One time, freaking Uma Thurman overdoses.
Right.
One time, the diner gets robbed, and one time he actually comes out and gets killed.
Yeah, Bruce Willis shows up. Yeah, that's awesome.
Also,
I didn't know heroin makes you constipated.
Yeah, I feel like I remember reading that somewhere, although we talked about it a couple episodes ago. Neither of us are still real sure how you even take heroin, and I think I'm okay with that. But as far as like, I can't explain to you why you have to light it on a spoon, and then I don't know how you get it. I don't understand that part.
You got to inject it. I'm going to know, by the time we do another movie, if I see heroin in it, I'm learning everything there is to know about heroin.
All right, so like, the next one for sure will be Ray, but that's not for a long time.
No, there's going to be another one.
That's 2004. That's 10 more years. So surely between now and then we'll have another heroin movie.
Yeah.
Also, I was trying to I was looking around like, can you watch this in chronological order? And I couldn't find anywhere that you could do that. But I did. Yeah. But I did find someone produced a poster. It's like an infographic that has like a timeline of in chronological order.
Nice.
And dude, the image is actually fantastic. If you're into that sort of thing, you can go look that up. He made a bunch of posters and sold every single one of them on Kickstarter.
That's
like
awesome.
Sold out.
Dude, do you remember you talked about Memento earlier? Like,
yeah.
If you like answer the questions right on the, like how to change a tire, if you answer them in the correct order on the menu,
on the DVD menu.
Yeah, it plays the movie in the chronological order in the right way.
That's
plays
awesome.
it almost backwards.
Yeah.
It's pretty awesome.
The other thing I found out was that when Tarantino's on screen, because he has a part in this, he has to have someone else direct, and the person that he got to direct is Robert Rodriguez, who does From Dusk Till Dawn.
Dusk Till Dawn and Desperado.
Yeah, which is fantastic.
Yeah, that's great. Dude, I two things. One, we talked about drugs. Are we really that big of a nerds that we're looking at money
laundering in the dictionary? Yeah, dude,
are we that far away from like is there that much drugs out there? Like I just don't.
Dude, I was thinking about this. I was in college and I would hang out with like the guys I played football with who were like, hey, I can drink 1 million beers. I was like, sweet, that sounds like fun. And then like I also lived in an apartment next to a guy who like went skiing every weekend. And so he's always like, you want to come smoke pot? I was like, I don't, but I'll play video games with you while you smoke.
Yeah.
Because I have to go run sprints at football practice and I'm already bad at that.
Right.
And dude, one time that guy went from like taking bong rips, like gutter, and just like took out his spoon and his freaking lighter and was heating shit up. And I was like, I don't know what's happening here.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I was like, I still to this day don't know, like, was that cocaine? Was that heroin? Was that a drug I'd never even heard of? No idea.
Heroin, man. Heroin.
But
Did you take it out of a balloon?
I did not while I was there, but like
he's out of balloons. Just get a baggie.
Like I've been around people doing a lot of drugs, but it's funny because the whole like we grew up with like Dare, and the police officer would come and tell you like, if you see pot, you'll die immediately. It's like, that's not really my experience. Like, no one's trying to give away drugs. They're expensive.
Nobody's giving away drugs.
And no one ever tried to convince me to take drugs. They just be like, hey, I have drugs. And I'd be like, cool, man, I'm good. And they're like, all right, sweet, see you later. Like, I don't
cool.
But there's
for me.
a lot that I don't there's a lot that I don't know about drugs. I don't feel like that's a gap in my education. I'm okay with it.
Yeah. It's just so weird that it's like, again, I can't tell if it's like, oh, normally people don't drive around with guns and accidentally shoot somebody and fill the whole car with blood. But like, do people actually go around and like carry baggies of heroin in their pocket and people accidentally overdose on? Like I want to know like how crazy real that part is. I'm so far removed from that.
Well, and honestly, man, some drugs, like the ones that can kill you immediately, like fentanyl and freaking meth and stuff like that, and the ones like heroin, the ones that you inject, like no, thank you. I don't want to know any more about those. We should not be allowed to have those. Those are super dangerous.
Yeah.
And then the ones that are less dangerous, like alcohol and pot and sugar, I'm like, I don't care. Everyone can have, as long as you're like over 18 and not driving, I don't care who does those.
Exactly. Yeah.
Dude, what's your top 3 Tarantino movies? Let's do that real quick.
Dude, this one's way up there. And then I think Django.
I can start since I sprang this on you. I think this might actually take the number 1 spot for me.
That's what I'm saying. I think it takes number 1.
And I think number 2 is Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. I really liked that movie.
Dude, I'm with you, and it was really good. But I can't put it ahead of Django or Inglourious Bastards. And
I know Django and Inglourious Bastards are both like fighting for the number 3 spot for me. I might.
Dude, in Django,
they're just freaking both so good, man. I
might
show
up with
the
hoods. It's like I can't see shit out of this mask. Oh God, like the KKK had the mask they couldn't see. Give me Django. And then Inglourious Bastards after Pulp Fiction.
But even that, man, I hate to like leave out Kill Bill because I freaking really like that.
Yeah.
Dude, I like all of his stuff. I would not have like described myself as like a huge Tarantino fan, but I'm looking at the list of 9 movies. I'm like, dude, I like all these movies.
Yeah, he's good. He is good. Yeah, man, I hope he does more than 10.
That would have been great. Dude, I got some Pulp Fiction fan theories for you.
Yeah, hit the fan theories.
All right, so I just grabbed 3. There's a million of them out there. The first one is that Pulp Fiction is actually a Reservoir Dogs prequel, because some of the characters and stories that overlap between the 2 movies.
Nice.
Yeah. I don't remember Reservoir Dogs well enough to know whether that is plausible or not, but I like that.
I definitely don't either, but that's great. I'm like you though. I'm going to go watch it on my own.
Yeah, for sure. Because the next one is that Vincent Vega is actually a terrible hitman. Like he's responsible for almost everything that goes wrong in the movie. Like he allows Mia to overdose. He shoots Marvin in the car. He almost wrecks Jules' efforts to talk down the guys robbing the diner. He leaves his gun when he's going to freaking drop a deuce while he's watching Butch's apartment. Like he's terrible.
Yeah, he is terrible.
Which I think is a great fan theory.
Yeah.
And then the last one is about the briefcase. There's a bunch of theories about the briefcase, and Tarantino said like it's just a MacGuffin. There's nothing.
Right.
But my favorite fan theory is that the briefcase contains Marcellus Wallace's soul.
Nice.
Because when you open it, it has that like Ark of the Covenant glow.
Yeah.
The code is 666, and this is the really wild one. The Marcellus has a Band-Aid across the back of his neck, which apparently connects to an ancient myth that when the devil takes someone's soul, that's how they extract it, like through the back of the neck.
What the hell? I was wondering what the Band-Aid was for.
I think it's like he had a cut or an injury or something, and they just stuck a Band-Aid on it. But the story is that some kid came up to Tarantino at a freaking comic convention or something and told him that theory.
Yeah.
And Tarantino was like, that sounds great. Let's go with that.
Dude, how awesome is that? Somebody comes up with a whole thing and you're like, yeah, I'm meant to do that.
Good.
Let's go with that.
Let's run with that.
Dude, the soul thing coming out of the neck. That's awesome.
I know, dude. That's awesome. I love that.
That's great.
All right. Worst. Dude, the worst. I don't have a ton. Mainly it's all political incorrectness. The only thing I really have prior to that is movie's 2 hours and 35 minutes long. Like it flows really well. The pacing is great, but I also feel like I could probably cut 20 to 25 minutes out of this and it would still be awesome.
I would venture to say that he probably has an additional 20 to 25 minutes that he wishes was in there.
Oh, dude, he for sure does. Kill Bill was supposed to be 1 movie and it got to be so long. They're like, this has got to be 2 movies. It's not Gone with the Wind or freaking 10 Commandments.
This is not Birth of a Nation. Who do you think?
And I'm sure everyone is going to go, I want Tarantino to be able to put more in there, not JT to take stuff out of there. But I'm just saying,
right? You definitely
2.5 hours is a long time.
Yeah. Yeah, dude, I had,
and there definitely are some
correctness, too.
sequences that kind of like go a little bit. I mean, it's part of the thing that is great about Tarantino is like he really lets the setting, like he lets it breathe. You know, like people are going like, this conversation is 2 minutes longer than it really needed to be to get the plot moving forward. But like, that's what I like is writing a conversation between two people. That's what we're doing.
Right. And it sounds great. The only thing that I had that was worst effects was Bruce Willis is riding in the taxi after the fight. Did you notice the background?
Yeah, it was like a black and white like screen behind them where they're just like projecting.
Right. And they were just like people outside shaking like
Yeah.
deckhands or whatever they're called.
Yeah.
Poster grips. I don't know. And they're shaking the car to make it look like it's riding. I know that was on purpose.
Well, that's the thing is like when Jules and Vince were driving, it didn't look like that. So they must have done just that one bit on purpose, but I don't know why.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I wish I knew more about classic films so I could like say like, oh yeah, that was an homage to blank. Or
well, I think that Tarantino has said that the whole Bruce Willis boxer thing was an homage to like a specific movie from the 50s, but I don't know. I didn't know the movie.
No,
and that's why he was like, I wanted Bruce Willis because he looks like a 50s like style actor. There aren't a lot of guys that can pull that off.
Yeah, he does.
Political incorrectness is just all language. It's just a bunch of slurs. Every group you could possibly think of, even stuff as simple like John Travolta's like, what a gyp. I was like, gyp is a slur about gypsies when you're saying that someone ripped you off. Even that is now a slur that you can't
don't
say
even
anymore.
want to say that now. Right.
And then dude, I like
the Tarantino though with the hard R.
The
hard
N-word.
R. God bless.
Dude,
it was making me feel uncomfortable.
Super uncomfortable. Yeah. And
jeez.
Like whore and then freaking slurs against Vietnamese people and against Mexican people and against black people and against like, dude, just I don't know. That's part of the thing with Tarantino movies is there's a lot of cursing. It's really profane. But now, 30 years later, it's like you can do a bunch of cursing, but you don't have to specifically like say racial slurs about specific groups of people.
So what about what's his name? Leonardo DiCaprio in like Django.
Yeah, see, that's different.
He's dropping it with a hard. That's
during
a set
slavery.
piece.
Like you have to like if it's going to be a period movie where you're a slave owner. Like I can't go like, well, I wish he wouldn't have said the N-words. Like, dude, he was playing a slave owner. He obviously
he has to say it. Yeah,
like he can't. He's not going to be politically correct in freaking 1860. But then the other stuff I had was like violence and drug usage because it absolutely glorifies drug uses. And it's one of those things where it's like, this movie's super violent, freaking gunshots, swords, hammers. Like,
I gotta be honest though, it doesn't make me want to do heroin. Like I can't think of a movie.
I'm an adult, but it absolutely glorifies like the whole freaking scene where he's like cooking the thing and drawing it up into the, like, that's like shot like a perfume commercial. Like that's
with the blood going back into the syringe a little bit
like,
and it's like wafting around. Yeah.
Enorme. So and I know that's part of the movie, and it's not like you can't make a movie where people do heroin, but I'm just saying like I wouldn't let a kid watch that until they're pretty well an adult because I don't want them thinking like, you know what's cool? Heroin.
Yeah. Yeah. Boy, heroin's awesome. Chasing that white dragon, nothing like it. Or whatever they say.
Yeah, man. You have any other worsts?
Dude, no, just the hard R. I just put that in bold print because I was like, good God,
dude, I was keeping track of all the slurs and I was like, we got a pretty good list going here. It's hard for me to think of which ones. There weren't a lot of gay slurs. At least I didn't hear any. So that's nice.
Yeah.
They missed that one, but there's a lot of other ones.
Dude, the hard R though, that just kills me. That's just like to me, that's the big one that everybody knows not to say. And we live in the South still, grew up in the South. We've heard all of these a lot from people that don't consider themselves racist. But that hard R, jeez, he was going at it. He was like emphasizing it and stuff.
Yeah, dude, that
killer.
That's brutal. 5 questions. Is it okay for kids? No, hell no.
No, I said 18 plus. I'm not even sure.
Dude,
18's okay.
I was going to say like not kids at all, like adults.
Yeah, 18 plus means they could start at 18 if they have life experiences that would introduce them to stuff in here before this. You don't want to be introduced to heroin from this. And they say the F word 265 times.
Right. Honestly, that doesn't bother me as much as just the violence and the drug usage. But yeah, it's definitely, this is an adult movie. This is some R-rated movies. I'm like, I could take my kid to see that when he's like 14, 15. This one's like, there's no way.
Yeah. Like Jake's watched, we finally watched Bad Boys. And like, that was fine.
That seems fine.
Yeah, this is not the same.
Would it get made if it were pitched now?
Dude, Tarantino can
do whatever he wants.
Anything. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He can make
anything. He can make whatever movie he wants for as long as he wants. So yes.
Right. But it has to be a movie. This couldn't be a TV show, huh?
Would
you watch a TV show following Vince and Jules? Maybe, huh?
Dude, I absolutely would. If Tarantino was going to write it.
Yeah, I know.
These guys are great.
I think I would too.
Did you have any recasting?
No, dude, I couldn't think of any. Like,
some of this is just so, like, some of this stuff is just so bang on. I'm like, I don't even want to.
Yeah, who do you replace Sam Jackson with? I replaced Ving Rhames with the guy from Green Mile. That way, you don't know the difference. Like I'm saying, like how do you find somebody that can say the stuff Sam
Michael
Jackson?
Clark Duncan.
Michael Clark Duncan.
Like Ving Rhames doppelganger.
I
extra large Ving Rhames.
Nobody freaking says the F word like Sam Jackson, so I don't want to replace him.
Dude, I'm sure I could find, like, I'm looking at people who are the age that Sam Jackson was when they made this, and it's like Ashton Kutcher, Andy Samberg, James Franco. No, there's no chance. Like, dude,
man, Smiley.
Like even like Anthony Mackie, he's awesome. He could look super cool. He can't play Samuel L. Jackson's part in this movie, and he's great.
No.
Like Bill Hader. Like, dude, what am I?
Do you still do like so?
Josh Hartnett. There's no chance.
Do you still do Jerry Curl? If you get Anthony Mackie, like how do you play that?
Yeah, I mean, look at like let's say, I'm gonna have Justin Long redo John Travolta's part. He can't do that. Like, who can? I don't understand. Like, this is a problem. I got looked at this. I was like, I'm having a hard time here. It's gonna be rough.
Yeah, I don't want any of that. I just put a question mark. I feel like you can't do it.
Dude, it's rough.
Yeah.
It is rough. But the good news is they'll never remake this while Tarantino is alive, so we don't have to worry about that.
Well,
can you still watch and enjoy this movie? If you're over 18, you absolutely can.
Yeah, you should watch it if you haven't. Even if it's not your cup of tea, I think you'll like it. It's
streaming on Max. Don't watch it around kids or religious people because it is freaking violent as shit, and there's all kind of stuff in there.
Dude, I still can't believe how much I liked it.
Yeah, it's fantastic. I
feel so.
I'm really bummed that I missed like so many years of enjoying this movie.
I know, that's what I'm saying. I feel so stupid.
Yeah, God. But and man, it's awesome because there's so many movies that we do on the podcast that I have a good idea of how I'm going to feel about them when we watch them. This one, I was like, I'm sure it probably would be good. And I was like, this shit is awesome.
Yeah, that's how I was. I was like, oh yeah, Tarantino. Yeah, I like him. And then I started watching. I was like, this is so much better than I thought it was. Such an idiot. I'm so stupid.
You can watch it and enjoy it in 2024. Dude, and I hope we freaking discover them. That's why we're asking people to give us suggestions for 94. And if we're not going to do a movie you want us to do, you can force us to on Patreon.
Yeah.
Thanks for the support, Patreon, folks. This takes a lot of time. As much as we do like it, every bit of that helps. This one's streaming on Max. You can watch it if you pay for Max. Next episode is Maverick, not Top Gun Maverick, but Maverick with Mel Gibson and Jodie Foster.
With Mel Gibson. Like the TV show.
James Garner and
yeah.
God, I really like that movie.
James Garner is awesome, dude. The original Maverick. Yeah, I can't wait to do that one. That's going to be a good one.
All right. Thank you guys for listening. We'll be back with Coming to America on Patreon next week and in Maverick on the main feed in 2 weeks.
2 weeks. Via Con Dios.
Thanks for listening to Movie Life Crisis. Please subscribe, rate, and review. And remember, don't drive angry.